Hello my dudes and welcome back to the Steampunk Saga. Last episode we got more houses down and the colony is really coming together pretty nicely. But as you can see, I'm over here by the town hall because we need to look at our dudes and work out what's going on in terms of jobs. But also, this episode, what I want to do is make a big step. I want to build the university. Research is going to hold us back massively unless we get started on that real soon, and I don't think it's going to be too hard to build. So let's jump in. Alright, yeah, so we're over here at the town hall block and I wanted to come over here to statistics to see what's going on because it looks like we have one person unemployed. Now, the reason why it says we have 14 of 15, but we need housing, is because we have guard towers we could be filling up. A guard tower counts as a house unless you're unemployed because you can't sleep in a guard tower if you haven't got a job. You've got to be a knight to get those perks. So what we need to do is go and find our unemployed dude, which we should be able to do actually over here on the block. Citizens, and we'll look through here until we find the unemployed dude. Oh, hello, it's Toodles von Wolfgang. Let's go on a hunt for old Toods. So Toodles is named after a member of the Patreon community, and also he is running a server for Patreon and YouTube members where he's having like a bit of a competition to build the best mine colony, and that sounds really cool. So if you want to be a part of that and the other games we play, do check out the Discord, and there's a link to that Discord in the video description below. But here he is, the man, the legend, Toodles von Wolfenberg. Wolfgang? Wolf something. Wolf boy. Hey. Now he is unemployed. We didn't need to come over here and find him because all we need to do is actually find a guard tower. So there's two that need dudes in. Obviously the one we built on top of the farm is one of them. But that guard tower is actually pretty hard to get to. It's very out of the way, so we're going to prioritize this one over here, next to the builder's hut, because that's much more reasonable for Toodles to manage. Toodles in real life is very old, actually. I think he's like 90 years old, so he's, you know, his bones aren't... Wait, are you a guard here, Sheila? No, I think she was on patrol. But yeah, he's very old in real life, and his bones ain't really what they used to be. So he has trouble getting around, so we'll give him... No, wait, yeah. Oh, Sheila is working here. So where's the other guard tower? There's two more guard towers. Do we have 5 guard towers? Let's do a count. So there's one here, one over there, one on the coast, and one up there. Oh, of course, right. So there is a hidden guard tower down here in the mine. It's a bit tricky to get to, but here it is. In fact, we'll dig our way up. Yeah, for some weird reason, the mine puts a guard tower right here. So we're going to come over here, and it's got no assigned workers. In fact, it's not even built. Oh, weird. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll get Dusk the materials and have her build this in the background, because this is a bit of an out-of-the-way guard tower that we don't need to worry about too much. But yeah, that's weird. A little guard tower down here. I think even though the guard tower isn't built, it counts towards one of the guard towers that we have on the colony. But that does mean I'm sorry about your bones, Toodles, but you're going to have to break a few of them getting up to that guard tower way up there on the mountain. So here we are up on the ridge. Now this is a real commanding view. Look at this. This is actually probably the best guard tower in terms of keeping guard that we have on the colony. Look at this. What a view. Oh, those houses over there, excellent. So let's go and get Toodles in his job. Okay, so here he is, unemployed Toodles. He's got decent stamina. And, yeah, I reckon he'll do great in this job. Perfect, let's get you over here. How's it going, Toodles? Lovely mustache. Okay, amazing. So Toodles is all set up. The courier will no doubt hand over his armor and his sword when he gets around to it. What's the next step? Well, like I said, this episode, we're going to be building a university. Research is a huge part of Minecolonies. Without it, you're kind of boned. And it's a really good idea to get a university up as soon as possible, because some of the research takes a really long time to grind. Now, the university block itself isn't actually too tricky to make either. I think it's like a book. No, 2 books. Okay, well, we do have those, because I did make that. Oh, we only got 1 left, though. Okay, good to know. So let's take a look and see what the university looks like first before we try and find a place to put it down. Well, okay, this is the university, and it looks much smaller than I was expecting. Most Minecolonies themes or style packs make sure that the university is the biggest building in the pack. It's always like a figure piece, the central building, the glue that you build everything around. But the university from Steampunk is actually quite small, especially compared to like the mine over here or even the farm way over there. Well, that's pretty cool. It's very basic at level 1, lots of logs. Oh, never fun to see. But at level 2, 3, 4, oh my god, it gets these massive little arms on the side. And 5, yeah, this is a pretty cool looking building. Also, what I love to see, not much copper. Amazing. Now, as for positioning, I'm going to close that up, and we're going to see if we can find a place over here on the edge of the basin. Yeah, because we're going to start putting our buildings in this giant basin now. It is pretty huge. Hopefully it's going to have plenty of room for us to put things down. And where it doesn't, we've been expanding onto the side of the mountain here, creating loads and loads of buildable space. And that's really important. When you're playing Minecolonies, you want buildable space. That essentially means flat, cleared out land. But it doesn't have to be all flat. You can stagger it and put buildings on separate levels or layers of a city. And that really is the key to a good looking city. Flat areas, but levels and gradient. Now I'm thinking, maybe we put the university over here. We can bring out the logs and the stone brick and have the university be on like a bit of like a land pontoon, like a bit that leans out from this wall here into the middle of the basin. Not quite the actual middle, but just a little bit further in. I think that would look really cool, and we can have a bridge that goes underneath it like a cool little tunnel. That would look really cool. Well, okay. Can we slot this thing above here? And also, how much dirt is going to be in this build? Because if it's anything like the farm, it's going to be a nightmare to build. Okay, so if we turn this around, so the door is facing the left, then raise it up. Oh my god, this is exactly what I love to see. There's hardly any dirt in this building at all. What a genius. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slip this over like this, and make it so this fits in with... Oh, is that a good spot? Yeah, that should be okay. Raise it up. We'll push it over by a couple of blocks, so we can have a nice garden bordering it, because I think that's going to look very cool. And let's get up on the mountain and see what this looks like from above. Oh yeah, this is going to be the perfect position. Now we could even move it over a little bit more, because I think lots of area around the sides of this will be ideal. We'll give it like, we'll see if we can make it symmetrical between that log and that log right in the middle. So there we go, exactly where it is right now is perfectly in the middle. What we're also going to do is we're going to push this university out so it's in the middle of the basin just a little bit more. Because like I said, we're going to be moving these logs further out, so this kind of matches up quite well. Oh man, this is going to be really cool. I'm digging this already. Yeah, here we go, perfect. It's a bit floaty in the sky, but that can sometimes actually work out quite well for a builder, because if a builder can't get to where they're supposed to be when they build, they tend to stick around the bottom and just build from like really far away. It can work out in your building's favor. Also, the university block is floating in the air, even at level 1. And it's not until level wait, where's it gone now? What? Oh, hang on a sec. Ah, I get it. I think this is a multi-block structure. I think that is actually a library as well. Well, let's check it out, see what happens when we press go. Yeah, there it is. So that's the university block. That must have been a library way up there. So we're going to have to nerd pole over here to check out the building requirements. And here we go, yeah. So the library block is in here. There is also a post box, very cool. And a school. So yeah, this is a multi-block university, a multi-hut structure. What's it called? What do you even call that? A mega structure? Yeah, it's a mega structure with 3 separate huts inside it. That's pretty cool, and that's a great way of saving space. But we can't get a school or a library until we've done the research. And yeah, okay. Now, the building materials are also very simple. We got some granite earlier because I knew this was going to come around. It's quite a common requirement. Not that much dirt, but still 700, which is a fair amount. Yeah, I know how to make all of this. Except one thing, a big question, the post box. How do you make a post box? I've made these before, obviously. But it's always good to refresh your memory. Yeah, super easy. Just planks, the build tool, and some chests. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Dusk on this because she's so close. It'd be so dumb not to get her to work on this building. I'm going to get her the materials, and let's get cracking. So here it is, a very big moment, the university. Now, I was luckily quite correct. Building this high up into the sky, where Dusk can't get to it, means actually she builds it really quickly. And that's kind of like a bit of a Minecolonies hack. If a builder can't get to where they're supposed to be, they'll often just build the building from standing on the floor underneath it. That's really cool, really handy going forwards. I think if I'd actually built a bridge or some scaffolding to make life easier for her, it would have probably made this build take much longer. Now, it's not the prettiest building at level 1, and this building did take a long time to put together. But it really is essential. Some of the research takes quite long to actually do, and there's a whole bunch that are essential for us going forwards. I'm not a huge fan of these logs as walls, primarily because logs are actually really expensive to get. If we didn't have a lumberjack, that would have been a nightmare to put together. But luckily we do, and they've been gathering all of those essential logs. And so there we go, with the university complete, let's jump in and see if we can hire some researchers. Alright, yeah, most excellent indeed. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be coming around with some logs to make sure this looks nice, because we don't want this floating in the air forever. So yeah, the university, let's take a look inside and see what kind of treasures this building is hiding inside. So it's a pretty primitive build. I don't know why it has racks, because researchers really don't need anything to do what they do. And what is this? Is this the university block? No, this is the library. So yeah, this is level 0 because we haven't actually researched how to make libraries yet. I think once we get that research done, we can get the library and the school built as we get the university up in the levels. But for now, we've got to stick with plain old basic university. Where is the university block? Where are you hiding, my friend? Ah yeah, here we go, the university. If you don't know how universities and Minecolonies work, they're pretty simple. You get 3 fields. We're going to go down civilian to start with. You do level 1 research as the building is level 1, and as you upgrade the building to level 2, 3, 4, 5, you unlock these other researches. 6 is a special tier for later on. Now to do a research, you need to be able to fulfill the requirements. As you can see here, stamina unlocks a hospital. It costs 1 carrot. And absolutely, that's number 1, the most important research we should do. But if we wanted to do keen instead, for example, we need residences totaling at least 3 levels. We've got that. We need 3 books. Then we can unlock being able to build a library. And the whole thing kind of goes on like that. It's chains. You unlock 1 to gain access to the ones in the next tier. It's all very simple, very straightforward. But yeah, absolutely, the hospital is going to be an essential build. So researching being able to do that is also going to be very vital for us. Now, we won't do any research until we actually have somebody over here to do the researching. So let's go and see if we can hire a new dude to become our researcher. Now, we've got loads more housing over here, thanks to Dusk last episode. Amazing. So who's this? Oh yeah, Bob Peasant, the most basic name. I'm going to give you a baked potato. 24 lapis. Do I have that in my backpack? No, but I'm fairly sure we gathered enough of that when we went mining, so we'll go and check that out in a second. We're also going to take a look here and see, ooh, it's Caden von Wolfgang, Toodles' brother. He wants diamonds though. Diamonds are a bit expensive and not really worth putting into colonists. Where are you, Bob? Skulking around out here? Where is he? Wait, where's he gone? There he is. In the beer garden. Wait, he's gone through the hedge? I think Bob's drunk. There we go, 24 lapis, get you into the colony. Now, quick as you like, we're going to head over to the university and hire Bob as a researcher. The sooner we get him underway, the sooner we get a hospital, which means we can cure people as they get sick. That's essential. There are 3 different illnesses you can get in Minecolonies. Number 1 is influenza, I believe. Number 2 is, I think, measles. And then I think there's like a third one that requires some really, really rare ingredients to fix, but it's also a very, very rare disease that I don't think you get until much higher level. I think you need like golden apples and stuff to cure that one. I think it's the pox, yeah, or plague, something like that, the Black Death. So here we are over at the university, and hiring a researcher is as simple as it is with any other job. Get Bob Peasant in here. The stats are knowledge and mana, which is fine. It's not his greatest strengths, but it'll do for now. Get him over here, recall, and oh yeah, look at this, keen as a bean looking mother trucker. Look at them shoes, polished to a shine. I can see my face in those. Look at that collar, popped like a boss. Anyway, Bob, good luck, get to work. Research hospitals, if you please. Oh god, doors. Why are doors so hard? Okay, so let's keep it moving, keep it grooving, have a bite to eat because I'm a bit low on hunger. Oh, that reminds me. Last episode we set up the restaurant, the bakery, and the farm. Let's go and check on those. So our farm is level 1. That means we've only got 1 field, but it looks like there's a lot of wheat's been growing here. It's looking in good shape. But why does our farmer have a red cogwheel? What's your problem, dude? Why aren't you farming? So it's Mike Crown, a brand new dude. Oh my god, yeah, here we go. So we've seen influenza. This is measles. This requires dandelion, kelp, and a poppy. Not as easy to cure as the flu, but we do have all of those things. Here we go, Mike. Wait, slow down. I got some stuff for you, my friend. So we're going to go into his backpack. If we give him 1 poppy, 1 kelp, 1 dandelion, that should be all he needs. And there he goes. He's doing the measles song, which is exactly the same as the flu song. Turns out these colonists are not very creative. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to our backpack and put our poppies, our dandelions, and our kelp in here. Make sure we've always got the things we need to cure colonists of diseases as we find them. This won't be a problem once we have the hospital. We can put all of the curable ingredients into the hospital, and a doctor will automatically cure people. But until you get a hospital in position, curing people like this is really annoying. You have to do it loads. But what are you going to do? We're on our way. We got the research. What more can you ask for? Yeah. So there we go. Mike has been cured, which means he's going to get back to work. He's got the tools of the trade as well. And here he goes, smashing down this wheat that's grown. It's not the quickest of crops. It does take Mike a while to get around through these. So yeah, Mike tends to the crops, makes sure the wheat's growing, and harvests it when it does. But let's move over manually to the next step. We're going to go to the bakery now with the wheat that we've gathered, plus whatever we have in the computer, and see if we can get the baker to cook us up some sweet, freshly baked loaves. Is that him? Kyle Machoof? No, I think Kyle is... Oh yeah, he's Captain Whitestain. So he's coming into the bakery now, in a rush. Oh my god, he's sick as well. Honestly, this hospital cannot come quick enough.
Right away.
There you go, dude. Cure yourself. So while he's doing that, we're going to go into the bakery. We're going to put in the inventory some charcoal and some wheat. Wait for him to play the influenza song, which is, again, a real banger. And let's see if he makes some bread. Oh my god, what? Bob? No, he was in the colony for like 5 minutes. And a spider got him? Well, I'm sorry, Bob. You didn't last very long, and you're going to be replaced already. Luckily enough, there is somebody over here to... Oh my god! What the hell? What are these spiders doing? Where are they? Oh my god, an Ayla Moop, a zombie villager. This is nuts. I don't know what's going on, but for whatever reason, this mod pack is spawning in loads and loads of dudes, and also this style pack just does not have enough torches. Our whole colony should be almost completely monster-proof. It is, however, not at all monster-proof. This is nuts. Oh my god, we're losing so many dudes. Well, that settles it. We can't lose 3 colonists in 1 minute. That is absolutely nuts. Now, is there such thing as a mega torch? Here we go. Torch Master, Magnum Torch. Prevents spawn of mobs in a huge area. This is exactly what we're going to have to do. I reckon there's absolutely, no way we can continue on the colony. I can't go losing my dudes 24/7. An Emerald Magnum Torch looks like the one for us. We've got loads of emeralds. I think we've been gathering them, and we don't really have another use for them. There's also gold ingots in the computer. A fire charge isn't terribly hard to make. Well, I'm going to go to the Nether as well, gather some more blaze powder, and get some Magnum Torches in position, because we cannot afford to lose more dudes. We just lost 3 dudes in a minute. That's crazy. That's so bad. Well, who's in the tavern? We need some replacement dudes stat. Ninkus Jotunson. Oh my god, yeah. Enchanted books, that's something we can do. So I'm going to give him the baked potato and get him those books. Oh my god, that is devastating news though. Oh, having these colonists die is... the most annoying thing is it's because they're so expensive. It's nuts having to go and gather things for like 10 minutes only to have your colonist die. Wait, we don't have enough space? But we do. That's absolutely a lie. What's going on? But while we wait for that glitch to fix, let's go and set up Kyle, because we were going to try and get the bakery working. See if we can get this guy. Oh my god, those white stains are so weird. But yeah, he's got the wheat, he's got the charcoal, but he doesn't have a reason to make the bread yet. So we're going to go upstairs to the restaurant and have the restaurant put in a request for bread. Here we go. Slaneshi is probably sick as well. Yep, they all are at this point. There's a carrot and potato, and while you're doing that, we're going to go over to your block and put in a minimum stock order. So basically what you want to do is go to minimum stock, add, then we'll go to bread. Make sure it's set to 1 stack, then press select. And what this should do is try and make sure there's always at least 64 bread at the restaurant. Now that should, in theory, put in a request to Kyle to actually make some bread. So let's go and see if that's what he's doing now. Hello Kyle, how's it going? Are you making bread, my friend? Well, it says he's working, but I don't see him making any bread. What about the inventory in here? Nah, so we'll take the wheat and the coal out of there, put it into his backpack directly, see if that helps. Well, what about the clipboard? This should show us what people are requesting around the colony. Yeah, okay, so the bread is being requested. That means 64 bread dough is being requested, which means 192 wheat is being requested. So what I think that means is Kyle will not even start to make the bread until he has enough to make all of the bread. And that's something you have to be careful of, because 192 wheat is a lot of wheat. But yeah, Ninkus Jotunson, I want to get you in the colony. There we go. Okay, so it has fixed itself. The game has worked out that we have enough houses. Let's go and get Ninkus in as a researcher. Right, okay, so let's see if we can get Ninkus in as researcher number 2. Manage workers. Oh, and as luck would have it, Ninkus is actually way better as a researcher. Look at this knowledge and mana. That means he's going to do research much quicker. So there we are, my dudes. A bit of a shorter episode today, but we have got the university built completely. It's level 1. We got a new researcher in there. He died. We got another new researcher in there. And we're researching hospitals. So I think next episode we can probably start to build the hospital, and that's going to mean we no longer have colonists running around sick all the time. That's going to make things work so much better for us. I'm also going to decorate the university to make sure it isn't floating on some weird sky platform, but things are slowly coming together on the colony. I'm also going to see if I can make some magnum torches to keep the monsters at bay, because they're becoming a real problem for our colonists. We lost our all-star builder Dusk. That's devastating. And also Ayla Moop in the mine, which is really going to put a dampener on our resource gathering process. But as always, a massive thank you for watching, my dudes, and until next time, take care.